Hey guys, Eric Marcus here for another quick vegan thought. Today I want to talk about something that just bugs the everlasting crap out of me, and this will be a real quick thing to say. And that is, shoot, a whole lot of people in the vegan world are, when they do their advocacy, they bandy about a whole bunch of claims regarding health and the environment that are simply untrue. Just stuff that is outright false and cannot be defended by anyone who actually knows what they're talking about. And, you know, that's forgivable perhaps because a lot of this health and environmental stuff takes a heck of a lot of reading to understand. And what I want to say is just because you read something in a vegan book, it doesn't make it true. A lot of our literature is really lacking when it comes to getting the facts straight and being honest about the information that's being offered up. And it really poisons the well in terms of our own activism and the effectiveness that we have. You know, because think about it. If you tell somebody just a claim about the environment or world hunger and it turns out not to be true, then that reflects on everything you've also told them about animal cruelty and factory farms, stuff that is totally true, totally easy to verify, but you know, you've just messed everything up by saying it in the same breath with a bunch of claims that you shouldn't have been making. So I don't have time right now. This is going to be a really quick video. I don't have time to address some of the really spurious health and environmental arguments that I see. My book Meat Market goes through some of them, but really the point of this video is just to say, hey, stick with the cruelty, stick with the factory farming stuff that we know exists. Refer people to pages like Mercy for Animals' set of investigations, which make totally clear what happens at factory farms, and ditch all the remaining stuff unless you are sure that you know what you're talking about. And how do you know that? How do you know that a given piece of rhetoric is really something that can stand up to scrutiny? Well, let me suggest that you just limit yourself to just a few sources, and if it doesn't come from these places, don't use it. The sources I have in mind are Jonathan Safran Foer's Eating Animals. I've reviewed that book closely, and everything he says is basically correct. I think my book Meat Market, Animals, Ethics, and Money is also up there in terms of taking great pains to get its facts straight. I also think that pretty much all of the free vegan literature from Vegan Outreach is likewise researched to very high standards. You're not going to get in trouble by quoting anything that they have in Why Vegan, or even If You Like Meat, or any of their free literature. And then finally, our movement has a whole bunch of misleading health claims, and if you really want to get your facts straight and be able to speak about health without stepping past the truth, the book to get is Jack Norris and Ginny Messina's wonderful book, Vegan for Life. Though Jack and Ginny are totally obsessed with only using the most reliable information and formulating their nutrition advice based on the most hard and fast evidence that they can find. So that book is a must-read for anyone who wants to have a healthy diet, but also for anyone who wants to talk about the advantages of moving towards a plant-based diet when it comes to health. But really, as much as possible, keep in mind that the simplest and easiest to defend arguments involve cruelty at factory farms. It's very easy to learn that information, and really nobody's going to take issue with you if you rely on Meat Market and Eating Animals as your sources of information for that stuff. I think honesty and accuracy is just so important when it comes to doing our work of spreading the vegan message. And being somebody who is who can be relied on to have their facts straight is just absolutely key. And the moment we step away from that to advance claims that we're not quite so sure about, we're just needlessly impeaching our credibility and ruining our ability to speak up for animals with a lot of, in a way that has a great deal of integrity and wins people over. We cannot afford, as activists, to be seen as people who do not have clear command of the facts that we advance to others. So that's all I want to say today, and very much hope that you know, this has been a really difficult struggle for me to try to get people knowing about this issue, because there's just a real tendency in this movement to just buy into every pro-vegan argument that gets said. But I think if you do that, you do the animals an enormous disservice.